Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the game changer for all the young birds that we keep. Being able to keep them off the ground. Like you can see, we have a meshed floor, and this cage has not been swept in weeks, actually in months, because everything just goes through and it finds itself down there on the floor. So that way we are able to keep all our birds very healthy and without disease. The other thing, guys, that we have done is we realized that actually this turkey is very good at raising the chicks. Of course, it is the one which hatched these chicks, but we realized that it can also be able to raise the chickens. All these chickens have been raised by that turkey. That's how interesting that turkey is, guys. But I also feel that actually these chickens have basically outgrown this caging enclosure. So we'll be shifting them over to this side. This is where we have our mature chicken and actually the ones which laid the eggs that we were able to hatch, and we got all these chicks. Guys, for proper management, you will basically need to keep your chicks in more or less like this kind of environment for at least 2 months. So these birds have made 2 to 2.5 months old. So we are going to be shifting them over the other side and be able to provide feed for them that side, because we believe now at this age they basically need to do some little exercising. So we want to keep them the other side. Maybe we can leave the ones which are still more or less like a small size. We can leave them here, but majority of these birds should be able to go and integrate with the rest of the chicken. So basically that is exactly what I will be doing today. I will basically be putting them in a box like this. Then I get to take them the other side. So guys, another interesting thing, I see one of my turkeys has actually started incubating, and it currently has 1 egg, because we do remove the eggs when they actually lay them. So I'm going to be showing you how I store those eggs, and then I will also be preparing a nest box where this actually is going to be incubating its eggs. I will also be revealing how many eggs it managed to lay this time. And guys, if you've been following us, you realize that this is the turkey that actually hatched 11 chicks and raised all of them last time. So that's what we shall be doing. For now, I am going to be delivering these chickens. They are about 19. And guys, all these chickens have been hatched here naturally at the farm. We have no incubator. We depend on the chicks themselves to be able to raise for us the chickens. Currently, I have a few eggs. These have been laid today. Then I have these 2 sisters actually incubating on the same laying nest. So this is basically how we are able to hatch all those chickens, and they were raised by the turkey. So guys, this is the beauty with having brooded chickens, because you will not be depending on hatcheries to be able to get your new birds. Like you can see, we have a variety. All these ones are birds that we have been able to raise in just about 2 to 3 months. These have been laid and they have been grown up to this level. We did hatch them here naturally using natural incubation, and there was basically no incubator in between and no hatcheries in between. So that is the beauty of being able to raise your own birds and being able to have brooded chicken. So guys, that is the flock which I have. Of course, the big question is going to be, how are these young ones going to be integrating with the big ones? Basically, the female chickens are not aggressive to young birds. In that way, it's going to be very easy for us to be able to integrate these chickens. because for us here, our model, we normally keep one cock, and for now this is our breeding cock for all these hens, and that way you minimize chances of your flock actually fighting, because you basically have one cock that could cause trouble. But also when you find that the females are also just not fighting the young ones, you end up having them blend properly. So I would advise that don't have so many roosters. In any case, one rooster will be able to give you fertilized eggs for all your hens. Basically, for us, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mature hens that are able to lay for us eggs. Of course, our goal here, guys, is to provide ourselves eggs and also provide ourselves meat. So we do process these birds once they have gotten to processing age or weight. We do process some of them and eat the meat. So that's why we don't end up with so many birds, because we also want to manage the cost of feeding, so that it would make sense for us to be able to raise these birds. So guys, this is how I store my turkey eggs. Normally when the turkeys lay up, because up there's basically a lot of heat, so I keep picking the eggs and I bring them here to be able to store them. So how do you store your eggs? You see this sharp pointed area must be facing down in your egg tray, so that the egg space is what is up, and that way your eggs will be able to hatch when you do give them to your turkey. So realize that up I had one egg, here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So basically that turkey has laid 12 eggs so far, and I will be giving it all of them. Of course, it could lay 1 or 2 more eggs, then it starts to incubate like seriously. But what we are going to do today is we are going to be making for it a nesting area, and we put all these eggs and isolate it, and so that it gets to actually incubate the eggs. So guys, this is how we prepare for our turkeys to be able to start incubating. Basically what we do is we isolate it with its eggs so that we don't have any chance of the other turkeys breaking the eggs, but also to be able to harm the chicks once they hatch. So for the next 30 days, basically this turkey is going to be here. We will provide to it water and feeds in this cage enclosure, and then when it gets to hatch, we are going to move those chicks and have them in this cage enclosure. All the chicken has been transferred over to the other side where we have our chickens. So this cage enclosure was quite vacant. And of course guys, those 5 turkeys have been here, but this is a bit smaller. So I've decided to shift them to this cage enclosure. I do have ducklings. These ones I'm expecting them to hatch this week. I feel the eggs are becoming hollow. These are about 13-14 eggs, which is quite nice. They will be hatching very soon. The rest of the places don't have. Then I have here ducklings which are growing out well. As you can see them, the size has become okay. Do they still have water? No, I think we need to provide them water and feeds. But this is how they are looking. They're actually looking pretty fine. And they are Muscovy ducks. That is my breeding stock. And these are very interesting. So guys, ducklings are going to be very interesting for you to keep. I just have a trio. I started with a trio of the Muscovy. One is up there. That is the one which actually recently hatched. It hatched about 12 and I survived 5, but I had a little situation here on the farm where my cat ate actually the rest. But that was unfortunate, but assured that it's not going to happen again. Whenever we have our ducks also hatching, we will move the chicks into a cage enclosure, something like that. If you have watched the video this far guys, please consider subscribing to the channel. Turn on the notification bell so that every time we upload a video, you are notified to come and watch. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.